Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by the garden today. I was messing around and I wanted to show you the next step in drying your sunflower heads once you cut them off. Now I've cut some a little sooner than others, and if you leave them on there pretty good, pretty long, and let that middle pollinate all the way, you can see like this middle was pollinated pretty good. But the ones that I got the seeds off of in like a little head like that didn't pollinate all the way because I cut it down too early. Now the reason why I cut my sunflowers early is because it really encourages another bloom to set on the flower stalk if you cut them early enough. Usually about this stage. Once that middle starts getting brown and you see it's mostly white all the way around, you know that that's a good time to cut it down. Now this is fresh. I just cut this off today, and this is what it should look like once you cut it off of there. And this will dry out and we'll have really good seeds from this. You can see I trimmed up all the edges of the sunflower because you don't want any like extra foliage. It just takes longer to dry out. Plus pests and stuff tend to hide in there. So I noticed if I cut all that foliage away, it's a lot easier to take all the seeds out. Now the next stage is something like this. If you leave it out on a counter, the bigger the thing is, the bigger the head is, the longer it's going to take to dry out. Now this one, you can see I removed a lot of this brown material. Once it gets dry like this, and you can see that difference here now. See that difference? Once it gets dry and brown like that and the seeds start turning white, what you can do is take your finger, sorry, I'm shaking, and brush this stuff off. Now you don't want to go all the way to the middle because it'll start taking the seeds out. But if you brush lightly, you can get a lot of that brown off and see the seeds. You know which ones were pollinated by the bees. That's why leaving them on there as long as you can. If you're not looking to rebloom your sunflower and you're just looking to get seeds, leave them on there as long as you can until they start wilting and turning brown in the back, because it's going to make sure all these seeds germinate. And I did that for this big sunflower head. This was the 6-foot sunflower head that we cut down. So that's how you get that off, and then once you're done, you can then go ahead and pop those seeds out little by little. Now, let me set this down. This little guy's not done. But what you can do is just go ahead and remove these seeds one by one. You can see they come right out of there with your finger. Brush them back and forth, you can pick them out, and then what's going to happen is you're going to get lots and lots of seeds from one sunflower head. This is one we just did this morning, and we're going to bag them up. We bagged some up in this little bag we made. It was from paper, just out of paper. We made a little envelope. You can Google search that and make little envelopes to store your seeds in. Paper is a lot better because it lets the seeds breathe, and you want to leave them out in this dish. After you take them out of that sunflower head, you definitely want to try to leave them in that dish for a good, I'd say a week. It takes about 2 weeks from start to finish. You can see that there's different stages here to dry out, and make sure they're nice and dry and pollinated enough. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. We'll be doing more updates on the sunflower outside that's reblooming, because we did cut flower stalk off, flower head off pretty early in the stage. As soon as it bloomed, we cut it. And then now we have like, I think 5 or 6 blooms coming reblooming. Thank you so much for watching, you guys.